You don't have to go to prison to feel trapped. You can be in college, not sure if you're in the right major, just starting out in business and not sure how to get consistent leads, or running $1 million corporation, still drowning in chaos. Believe me, I know, because I've done all of those things. Plus, I've actually been to prison, and I'm going to talk to you about the things that I've learned so you can avoid the mistakes I made. And my story is not just about survival, it's about thriving through freedom. Freedom on the inside and out. My life leading up to prison looked great on the outside. I had a college degree, a career, had my own home, I got married, I was even in ministry. But on the inside, it was chaos. I was undisciplined, unorganized, which ended up resulting in me getting very stressed. Unfortunately, I ended up taking prescription medications for anxiety instead of relying on God to solve my stress, solving the spiritual issue with spiritual solutions that didn't happen. As a result, I watched my entire life get destroyed. I lost my home, I lost my marriage, I lost my business, I lost everything when I ended up going to prison for a 10-year sentence. But listen, I didn't fail because I wasn't capable. I failed because I didn't have structure. I had no system, I had no discipline. And I'm going to show you how I got those things through prison. When I landed in jail, it was an absolute nightmare. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I couldn't think clearly. I was having seizures. It was an absolute nightmare. And in my brokenness, Jesus appeared to me and showed me what I needed to do to find real freedom on the inside. And it started with discipline, little things, training my mind and my thoughts through understanding the Word of God. And by doing that, I began to break free from the thought patterns that I had. I began wanting to do things that would educate me on how to be a better person. I started playing the piano. But the biggest thing that I did was become a servant. Everyone that was around me, I wanted to help. Most importantly, I wanted to rehabilitate the relationship that I had with God and also with my family. And so I started pouring into them, writing letters, calling, showing them all the effort that I put in. And over time, those relationships got rehabilitated. For me, the discipline is what changed my life. To this day, I still implement those simple areas of discipline because every single thought and action matters. My time in prison was filled with planning and preparing myself for when I would get out to get back everything I had lost. And I believed that God was going to do that plus more. I believed He would bring me a new wife, who would bring me children, and I would have a successful business and ministry. And all of that has happened, but I did run into a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulties, and it was not easy. But that's not the point of this story. It's not about easy. It's about consistency and discipline. And that is how I got to where I am today. Coming out of prison, I wanted to do something I hadn't been able to do before: build a successful marketing agency. Unfortunately, I had no portfolio, no credibility, and in the end, I just couldn't get any work. So I did what I was unwilling to do before: go take a job working for someone else. After about 1,000 job applications, it happened. I got hired by Adrian Boycell. My mentality was to make Adrian as successful as possible. And over about 3 years, we scaled that agency from about $300,000 a year to over $1 million. And in the end, Adrian offered me equal partnership, and I got my dream of building a successful marketing agency. If you want to create a successful company, then you're going to need to learn how to influence people. And the best way to influence them doesn't come through explaining what you do, how you do it. It comes through them understanding why you are doing whatever it is you do. For us, it's all about service. We want to help other people grow. That's why we created Brand Butler. With Brand Butler, you can go onto this AI-powered software, answer some questions, and it will incorporate your purpose into every aspect of your messaging and your systems. This process can help you effectively influence people, and it's all about purpose. That is our purpose: to help other people incorporate their purpose into everything that they do. Most business owners feel like they're trapped in a prison. And I know because I was. But once I realized my true reason for existence was service, everything I've done since has succeeded. And I'm not just talking about business. This is in every aspect of my life. I live and breathe this. It's at the core of who I am, so it's very easy to incorporate it into my messaging. So no matter where you're at in life, I encourage you to visit Brand Butler, because everyone is a brand. The real question is, how are you influencing people?